Terrence Smith, Nick Ely. They call us the good guys. And we back up in this bitch. I'm live on TikTok. And we're going to have these videos out for the people that can't see us live right now on YouTube, the Facebook page, The Great Debate Show on Facebook. We're about to get this thing popping, baby. So much to talk about. So much to talk about. Texas and Georgia this weekend, guys. We've got some news about Kawhi Leonard, Christian McCaffrey, Monday Night Football, Bucks and Ravens. Can't wait to see how that one's going to go. I got a few things I want to say about the Buccaneers. We're going to talk about the Jets and the Bills and their trades. Let's see what Nick thinks about it. He didn't get to come in a few days ago when we broke the news for Amari Cooper to Buffalo and Devontae Adams to the Jets. Are the Jets Super Bowl or bust? That's something I want to ask you guys also. And we'll also we'll look up the notable players to trade Nick in the NFL. So let's see how this is going to go. NFC North showdown coming up with the Lions at the Vikings. Super Bowl rematch, Chiefs at 49ers, Texans, Packers, Jets, Steelers. Man, we got a lot to talk about. Let's get into this thing. First of all, how are you guys doing today?
Awesome.
Pretty good.
Cool. Guys, this is week 7 already in the NFL, and we started it off Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. The Broncos and the Saints. Wasn't much of a game. It was a snooze fest. Man, it was pretty bad. The Saints lose 33-10. This is a team that started out the season 2-0, and people were talking about Clint Kubiak. Saints. Derek Carr, he's not this, he's not that. He is that guy. He's missed a few games. Kamara can't get anything going, it seems, when they're not passing good. The Saints are not anything. 5 straight losses. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't think it's much to talk about. I don't want to bore the audience that I see coming in right now on TikTok Live, and I appreciate you all. It's the Great Debate Show. If you're not following us, please go follow us wherever you get your podcast. Hit the follow and subscribe button and download each and every episode, and you can be notified each and every time we drop a new episode, and we're dropping it right now like it's hot. All right, so let's start off
No
first.
Diddy.
No Diddy. Let's start off first by me
I
asking.
might have reached for that one. It's fine.
Let me start off as first. Let me say this before we get into it. Do you think the Broncos are a legit team in the AFC?
No, I don't. Don't be fooled. No, I don't.
Gotcha. Okay.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say they're legit, but they are. I could see them playing spoiler somewhere down the stretch because they have a good defense. So once it gets cold, they might be a little bit more of a force, just for the sake of a game or two somewhere down the line.
Yeah, that's about the best I can see. They'll
But
affect
that's their feeling.
someone's playoff seeding or maybe potentially keep
Right.
them out of it entirely. If they're
Yeah.
playing somebody that's fighting for a wild card spot, but as far as them being somebody to watch out for, in a playoff situation, no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, this is how we're gonna do it, guys. Let's start it off by talking about the Jets and the Bills, what they done, before we get into the Sunday's games, and there's quite a few of them. Let's talk about what the Bills and the Jets did first. I mean, we already broke the news. Me and Terrence did a few days ago. Everybody knows by now that Amari Cooper is a Buffalo Bill, and that happened about an hour after Devontae Adams became a New York Jet. Everybody kind of knew that was going to happen, but we had to see it, and it happened. Had to see it to believe it. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are back together again. And Nick, I just want you to tell us, who do you think is the better football team now? We just watched them play on Monday night. Bills got the win, even though the Jets probably should have won. But now that they both made these moves and, they've signed these respective wide receivers or traded for them, who's the better team now?
I think it's the New York Jets. I think the Jets defense was already better than the Buffalo Bills defense, number one. And number two, I think with the receiver that Aaron Rodgers has probably had the most success and been the most comfortable with in his career, rejoining him there in New York, and Devontae Adams, and the guy that, for my money, as I've said before, is still the wide receiver one in football. I think the Jets are the better team. I think they have a chance to go on a run. Not necessarily to say that they're going to win the Super Bowl or even be in the Super Bowl, but I think they certainly have a chance to be a legit threat. So I'm going with the Jets. Not that the Bills don't. Mark Cooper certainly does help in that regard, but the Jets would scare me just a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing, but I think the Bills were better before the trade. I think the Bills are better after the trade. I just think the Jets have such a favorable schedule that they might still overtake the Bills and win the East.
So
But
you
when you
think you
call
think
that
the Jets
schedule,
will
like,
have the better record without actually being the better team?
absolutely.
I can see that. That's fair. I haven't looked at their respective schedules going down the line, but I can see that.
I don't know what the Bills' remaining schedule looks like,
I,
but
I'm
from what I'm
about
hearing, it's
I'm
the
about to
Jets.
pull it up right here. Give me 1 second, and let's see what Buffalo has left.
The Jets' schedule looks so easy, though, the rest of the way. They may lose 2, 3 games. They may. I only see one.
So
Like,
the
no,
Bills
no,
have the
but the Jets are
Titans.
still. That's correct.
The Bills have the Titans, Seahawks, Dolphins, Colts, Chiefs, 49ers, Rams, Lions, Patriots, Jets again, and Patriots again.
Okay, well, they've got a few
Okay,
more.
give me those one more time, and give me with whether they're at home or away.
Chiefs,
Okay,
49ers,
perfect.
Lions.
All right, they've got the Titans at home. They're favored by 9, of course. Uh, Seahawks on the road, Dolphins at home, Colts on the road, Chiefs at home, 49ers at home, Rams on the road, Lions on the road, Patriots at home, Jets at home, and Patriots on the road to end the season. Having the
What's the
Chiefs and the
Bills' record right
49ers, in my
now?
opinion, at home is the Bills right now are crap. How much going to show me the record? 4-2.
So that would leave them with 10 wins. I counted 6 wins in there.
Okay,
So they both be 10-7, possibly. Because I got the
could
Jets
be.
finishing in like 10-7 also. Probably 11-6, but
'Cause I
slightly
have
better.
I have them losing to the Jets the second time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I got them losing to the Jets the second time. I had them beating
Okay.
the Titans, the Colts. Um, Give me a couple of other ones.
Crap. Hold on, I'm
Titans,
sorry.
Colts,
Titans, Colts,
Patriots.
Chiefs,
They
49ers,
got they got the Patriots twice
uh,
in there, right?
Patriots twice, yes,
Yeah. Titans,
and
Colts, Patriots twice.
Lions, and Rams.
Rams.
Yep,
I
Lions
didn't
and
have them beating
Rams.
the
Both of
Lions.
those
Who's the
on
other
the
one?
road.
I
Lions.
didn't have them beating the Lions. I had them beating the Rams. They got the
And
Chiefs.
that's
I didn't have them beating the
I think
Chiefs.
that's it. 49ers, Colts, and
Okay.
Dolphins, and Seahawks and Titans. That's it.
Dolphins. Dolphins is the sixth
We
one.
don't
There we
know.
go.
Yeah, we don't know if
Titans,
Tua will be
Colts,
back
both
by then.
Patriots games. Yeah, Titans, Colts, both Patriots games. Dolphins and who did I miss?
They're going to win 10
Rams and the
Uh,
games.
Rams. Titans, Colts, both Patriots games. Dolphins and Rams.
Right. Okay. So you think they're going to win 10 games? The Jets may win 10 games, possibly 11. You know how they do week 18. It's going to be
Give me, give me, give
impossible.
me what the Jets got left.
okay. Let's see. The Jets have, and I'll do the same thing. I'll let you know the home and away.
Yeah,
Yeah. The Jets have. Let's see. They have Steelers on the road, Patriots on the road, Texans at home, Cardinals on the road,
I'm sorry. Who's the
Colts
third
at
one?
home.
Who's the
Cardinals.
start one?
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Okay.
Yep. The Colts at home. Seahawks at home. The Dolphins on the road. Jaguars on the road. That seems to be an easy win.
Who you say on the road before
Uh,
Jaguars?
the Dolphins.
Okay. So Dolphins then Jaguars.
Yeah, and then we have the Rams at home, and then we have the Bills game, and then they finish the season with the Dolphins in New York.
Finish season against the Giants.
Dolphins.
The Jets. They finish the season. They finish the season against the Dolphins, and yeah, the Dolphins are
Against the
in New York.
Dolphins.
Yeah,
The Jets may not lose another game.
that's what I said. That's what I said. Close my door, Aubrey.
They may not lose another
Yeah,
game.
that's what I said.
Who wins? Who wins the division?
Jets. That's 10 wins on top of whatever they already got, and we just said the Bills are going to win 10 games total.
Okay.
And hold on,
Buffalo Bills fan.
To whoever the gentleman was on TikTok, bro, eat your food before you come back at me. Like, let's get the cholesterol in check before you try to take care of one of my takes. That's all I got to say. Clip that one. Clip that one and use that.
Yeah. We had a guy, and again, we appreciate him watching and using our.
Oh yeah, hey, come on the show anytime though, but just eat your food first.
Anytime. He's a Bills fan, though, and that's the reason why he thinks the Bills are going to win the division, I'm sure. But we were going at the schedule. A lot of people were in the comments saying, who cares about the schedule? The Jets only scored 9 points in Denver. I understand, and I get it. But looking at the schedule is how we kind of predict where the rest of the season is going to go.
And what we should be figuring out is Denver's defense ain't a joke.
It's not. It is not. It's number one in the league. Well, it was a week or two ago. I'm pretty sure it still is.
I mean, I know the Saints' offense ain't what we thought it was, obviously, but there was no Pat Surtain tonight either.
No, it was not. They had a few players out, and it didn't matter at all. Okay, so anyway, Nick is telling us that the Bills are going to be good. They're going to win about 6 games the remaining way, and he thinks that the Jets are probably not even going to lose another game. And if so, it'll probably be the Texan game, I'm thinking.
I can see them anywhere between 8-2 and undefeated for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that would pretty much get them over the top for the division. That's 10-7, 11-6.
Yeah.
Or approximately 12-5 if they only lose one more game. So they're 2-4 right now, and they've got Tay Adams. Now, here's my question for you both now. Nick thinks that the Jets are a better team. He thinks they're going to win the division now.
Mm-hmm.
He and Terrence think the Bills are a better team. But we also agree that the Jets' schedule, they'll probably win the division. Now, is it Super Bowl or bust for the Jets, though? That's what I'm hearing after the trade. Before the trade, though, for Tay Adams, we were saying that we were talking about the head coach being fired. We were talking about all of the, just all of the drama going on in the locker room and that franchise. Like, has the faith been restored with this trade now all of a sudden to where we're going from this team may not make the postseason to they're actually going to run through the postseason and go to the Super Bowl? Let's ask Terrence first, since he's the AFC guy, and then Nick, you can come right back in and tell me, is it Super Bowl or bust for the Jets now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is honestly first and foremost because of the age of Aaron Rodgers. When you factor in his age, he ain't got much longer. This could be his last season. We know how a lot of times players ride off into the sunset. Also, Aaron Rodgers, unlike anybody else in the league, is playing for his legacy. Look, guys, when we talk about 3, 4 MVPs and all those crazy stats and crazy games he had over in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, and I'm sure in his opinion, should be much higher up on the greatest of all time list. What's stopping him? One more championship puts him a little bit higher on the list, and now you can talk about him and possibly Payton or somebody, but that is an Aaron Rodgers thing. Everybody else, maybe not so much, but if he's a quarterback at his age, it's got to be Super Bowl. There's nothing else for him to be playing for.
It was Super Bowl or bust from the day they signed Aaron Rodgers. That's just what it is. I mean, you don't sign Aaron Rodgers for the future of your franchise. You sign Aaron Rodgers because you want to go win right now. So unless there's a master plan going on behind there where they're going to trade up for the number 1 pick and get Shadur Sanders in the draft next year, and so that way maybe Devontae Adams hangs around or something like that, it's Super Bowl or bust. You're playing to win right now. And like I said, it's been that way since the Jets, since the day they signed Aaron Rodgers, which I don't blame them. They've got a defense that can win it all. They've got some talent on the offensive side and certainly some additional talent now with Devontae Adams. So I don't blame them for going all in by any stretch. The only other thing they haven't done that they should have done long ago, that should have been done before they made the trade, was to sign Hassan Reddick. Unfortunately, we can't reverse that trade or get him back in Philly because I'd love to fucking have him at this point. And so they need to make that situation right, whether they're going to pay him or trade him and move on and have some continuity in that team and go all in for it.
Okay. I kind of agree with you, Nick. It kind of has been Super Bowl or bust ever since they got Aaron Rodgers. Here's my problem, though. And this was before Devontae Adams. Last year, no Devontae Adams. Still, get Aaron Rodgers, we're going to the Super Bowl. That was the word. But here's where I draw the line at. I don't think it should be Super Bowl or bust. I disagree. And this is the reason why. Even though I know it is Super Bowl or bust, it's because of Aaron Rodgers, true enough, but what people don't understand is why. Aaron Rodgers isn't the same Aaron Rodgers. I told you all last week. He's no longer a bad man. He's an average man. And the Jets thought that they were getting the bad man coming to the Big Apple. And they thought if we get this bad man plus this defense, which we think is elite, it's a wrap for everybody else in the league. Well, the defense is pretty good, but I don't know if it's elite. Reddick is not there. He should have been. I don't know if it's elite. They had a few cracks that showed up, too, on Monday Night Football, due to Salah's firing, I think. And here's another reason why I don't think that it should be Super Bowl or bust. Not just because Aaron Rodgers is no longer a bad man, he's an average man, but also because what's on that roster to tell you that it's a Super Bowl roster? If it was such a Super Bowl roster before Devontae Adams, why is Devontae Adams even there now? You told me, I mean, not you guys, but just the world in general, the sports world and the public has been telling me that Garrett Wilson is the number 1 receiver. That's all they need. He's got Lazard, he's got Mike Williams, they're good. Now you got Tay Adams, though. Aaron Rodgers, you've got everything you've asked for. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously.
The writing's on the wall. Mike Williams is finna get cut or traded or something.
That's fine.
He's finna go. That's not working.
Fine. Aaron Rodgers is the one that should be cut and fired because he's been
That's a bit much.
He's been pretty bad the first 6 weeks of the season. He's so bad he needs Devontae Adams right now. And the last time we saw Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers together, that was the last time that he still looked like Aaron Rodgers. That was in 2021? Because in 2022, he didn't look that good. Oh, wait a minute. That was the year Devontae Adams left Green Bay. Yeah. Did we forget that? This is the reason why he knew he needed him and wanted him so bad. Because he played 1 year without him in Green Bay. That was the year the Packers didn't even make the playoffs. All they had to do was beat the Lions, week 17. They didn't do it. Bam. They didn't make the postseason. And then in 2023,
in fairness to Aaron Rodgers, let's be real about what was going on there. In fairness to Aaron Rodgers, he did not want to be there anymore either. There was issues with the front office with Gutekunst and that whole situation. So when I say in fairness to Aaron Rodgers, I'm not saying he's right for making this situation difficult for the team. I'm saying in fairness to Aaron Rodgers, the football player, let's not act like we got dialed in Aaron Rodgers that year, as opposed to Aaron Rodgers is ready to get the hell out of Green Bay.
You can call it dialed in or whatever you want. He's dialed in right now in New York, isn't he? Well, he still don't look like the Aaron Rodgers that you told me that he would be. Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, regardless,
he looked a lot like him Monday.
Did he?
Regardless,
Yes.
dialed in or not, y'all, he's 40. He's 40.
Right?
And they
He's
didn't win the
40.
game, but he had some plays that looked like Aaron Rodgers. He had to throw to Alan Lazard. I still don't know how he put that one there.
That
And
was
the
a
look
good
on
throw.
Terrence face tells me he know exactly the throw I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was a good
That
throw.
shit was bananas.
Back shoulder against 3 defenders. Yeah, that was a good throw.
He still has a good one in him every now and then, but for the most part, Aaron Rodgers has not lived up to the expectations.
I think with a Devontae Adams back, because those two they had a different thing going on out there in Green Bay. I think with him in New York, you'll see the bad man a little bit more. Wait
He'll
on.
look he'll look like a bad man because he's got the best receiver in the league again back on his side.
Yeah,
That's all.
that helps.
That
Uh,
helps a lot.
Yeah.
guys,
They're gonna win games.
he's 40. He's 40. He's about to be 41. Outside of Tom Brady, we wouldn't be having this conversation with anybody else.
Aaron Rodgers is. I've already said the Jets are going to make the postseason from looking at their schedule. They're going to win the division more than likely. So I'm not. In order for them to do all of that, Aaron Rodgers has to play some pretty good football here. I'm stating that he hasn't played very good without Devontae Adams. If he's so damn good, they should be 5-1, but they're not. When you get done, the Jets have beaten the Patriots and the Titans. That's it. When you get through, and Will Levis gave them that victory. So they really should be 1-5, not even 2-4. If you want to be technical here, that's all I'm saying. That ain't a bad man when you get through. That's an average man. One more reason why the Jets should not be in Super Bowl or bust mode. Because they hadn't been to the postseason since 2010. Like, come on, y'all. Jets fans should be happy if the Jets get to the playoffs and win a playoff game. But because Aaron Rodgers is here, and we put it all in, we bet it all on black on Aaron Rodgers. We have to go to the Super Bowl. You're reaching with the Devontae Adams trade. He doesn't fix the penalties. He doesn't fix the offensive line, the poor pass protection, the overrated tackles that they have, the defensive line still not being elite. They're missing a pass rusher. They're missing an edge rusher. It starts in the trenches. That's where the game is to be won at. And they're not that good on either side of the trenches. Devontae Adams can't fix that. So that's all I'm saying. That's a reach. I think the Jets are going to be one and done when they get to the playoffs. I do think they'll get there. They'll lose the first playoff game. I don't know who it'll be, but I don't think they're better. I don't think they can beat the Texans. I don't think they can beat the Ravens. I damn sure know they can't beat the Boogeyman and the Chiefs. I don't even know if they'll beat the Chargers.
Come on now, you tripping.
Who can they beat? The Chargers will be in the AFC divisional game, if not the AFC championship game.
They can beat the Chargers.
And I say they probably can.
They can beat the Chargers.
We'll see.
We're going to revisit this in about 3-4 weeks.
We will, and I'll be right as usual. We will. Like I said, Jim Harbaugh always overachieves.
I don't know about all this as usual foolishness.
Let me start playing the sound bites back. That's what I got to start doing.
All right.
Let's keep it moving, though. The Jets fans, I think you just stop tripping. Just stop tripping. If you get a playoff win, that should be good enough. Don't be getting all big-headed with the Super Bowl. What really? Who you going to beat to get to the Super Bowl? Maybe the Steelers. Maybe they can beat... I don't know if they'll beat the Steelers in the playoffs. They'll beat them this week, Sunday night, but I don't know if they'll beat them in the postseason. Maybe.
Why? What are the Steelers going to do between now and the postseason?
I don't know. We got to watch and see.
What are they capable of doing that the Jets aren't?
What are the Jets capable of doing that the Steelers aren't? The Jets are 2-4. The Steelers are 4-2. They did more with less than the Jets have done and let Aaron Rodgers tell him he's got everything.
We just sat here and said the Jets are capable of going 8-2 for the rest of the season. You think the Steelers are capable of doing that?
We're talking about the first 6 weeks of the season. I don't know.